Buenas noches a todos, gracias por estar aquí presente. Vamos a darle comienzo a la conferencia de prensa post partido de Puerto Rico versus Aruba por la Liga de Naciones 2024-2025.
Coach Terrell, big result after a defeat. How are you feeling and how ecstatic is everyone feeling right now after this win?
Yeah, it's, you know, obviously you hit a loss on Friday, and in professional sports, when you've had a loss, the next game is so important that you get a win. And you know, there was some frustrations there, you know, first half. It's one of those sports where you can pepper the goal and the goal doesn't come, and it can be frustrating because you're not rewarded for your good play. So it was like, is it going to be one of those games? And then it was so important that we just found a way to get over the line. So I'm so proud of the guys. You know, we'll reflect, and I don't think it's going to be a performance that we say, oh, we were amazing, right? I think there were some areas we really improved from Friday night, and that was important. We grew, but yeah, I think the boys will obviously feel a little bit of relief because the 3 points was really, really important tonight.
Talking about those improvements, I even saw in training that you were practicing a very specific set of heading the ball away and all of those very great training. What do you think went right today?
You know, I think in most part, we tried to control space because against Aruba, obviously they're a more physical team, different team to Haiti, but it was really important. Every time we're together, we always talk about progression, right? Progression. So, you know, maybe we would come with a different plan, but obviously feeling that defeat on Friday, it was really important that we started to put some things right, that we feel that we can compete, you know, with those type of teams when we get to play them again. So I think in terms of controlling space, I think it was a lot better today. You know, and at first half it could have been 3-4-0 by half time, you know, and then it's a totally different game, but this is football. This is why we love it and we hate it so much, right? But yeah, I definitely saw some really good improvements, but we got to get better again. It wasn't ideal. There was some mistakes in there again, but for a young team, you know, with a lot of players out, you know, some players stepped in and made some big performances that make, you know, my decisions harder next time, and that's exactly what we've got to be.
¿Cómo se siente en lo personal y en el aspecto de Nations League asegurar este resultado?
Creo que después del resultado del viernes, creo que el equipo supo sobrepasar esa derrota y nos compusimos, trabajamos lo que necesitábamos trabajar y creo que no salió el resultado que queríamos porque pues la pelota no quería entrar, pero aseguramos los 3 puntos. Ahora nos preparamos para octubre y creo que estamos en buen camino. Gracias.
Buenas noches, la pregunta va hacia Rodolfo. Hoy tuviste la oportunidad de jugar en el campo, te pregunto, ¿qué te pasó por tu mente al recibir la amarilla? ¿Fue más una jugada táctica, verdad, para no adelantar, verdad, la jugada, ya que ustedes eran menos, o fue una jugada más como que por desesperación?
No, la verdad fue una jugada sin pensar, solamente que estábamos todo el equipo adelante y estaba más pendiente de la pelota porque ellos tiran mucho pelotazo, cuidando las espaldas. Dando una falta, pensé que era mi primera, pero pues sabes que los refs de acá pues no, pero no pasa nada. Igual después nos supimos componer y el equipo jugó muy bien.
Gracias.
Lucha Libre Online, Metro y el Calce. Después de esta victoria, ¿cómo se sienten? Ya que salieron de una derrota, pero esta victoria fue marcante, los fanáticos, fue una sensación totalmente diferente, ya que cuando uno pierde tal vez uno baja la cabeza, pero ese no fue el caso de ustedes. Ustedes subieron la cabeza, supieron cómo terminar y hicieron todo bien, a pesar de todo. ¿Cómo se sienten ahora mismo?
No, nos sentimos muy bien. Creo que dimos un pie hacia adelante. Creo que jugamos más rudo como el coach nos estaba pidiendo. Que necesitamos ser un poquito más fuertes en el balón, dar un poquito más faltas, y creo que se logró el objetivo. Y así poquito a poco, porque no es de poco tiempo, estos procesos llevan bastante tiempo. Y como dije anteriormente, vamos por buen camino.
Sí, se puede. Buenas noches, Michael Morales Torres, Lucha Libre Online, Metro Puerto Rico y El Calce. Lo lograron, concretaron el éxito que tanto estaban buscando, una buena asistencia, el público estaba metido todo completamente en el partido, un 1-0, luchado, partido fuerte, un partido trabajado. I want to know Coach Trout's opinion, if it's possible, regarding the refereeing tonight. Obviously, it was a very aggressive game, both sides. But you concreted your goal. You earned a victory, a hard work victory. How does it feel?
Yeah, again, like I said, it feels good. It was really important that we got the win. Like I said previously, I think the officiating is, you're going to get some good calls, you're going to get some bad calls. And across the journey of Nations League through these 6 games, I'm pretty sure there's going to be decisions that go against us. And decisions that go for us. So I think they balance out. So I'm not the type of coach that's going to sit here and criticize officiating. You're fighting a losing battle with that. I think it's that in general these guys do a good job. So I think we all make mistakes. I make mistakes as coaches, right? As a coach, we all make mistakes, and those guys do too. It's really important that we just respond. Whatever the decision is, we've got to respond to it, right? And that's what I thought the players did. They kept going, right? Could get frustrating, but they kept going. And like you said, a well-earned, hard 1-0, but that's football, and sometimes we have to take it and run.
Question for Coach Trout. Tactically, do you think that this game was harder than the one from Haiti? I know you won in this game, but tactically, did you feel it was less intense, more intense? How do you feel?
Yeah, I think the Haiti game was obviously tough, and we got punished in moments where, like I said, we didn't control space. So I think we did a little bit better today. Obviously, with Haiti, you've got a little bit more quality, right, in their players. So when you give them those spaces, they do punish you. But it was really important that, like I said, we grew from tonight and we got better at playing against these type of teams. The physical, we pressed in a different way. They like to put the balls to their centre backs and dump the ball forwards, right? And I think for the Puerto Rican fans, there was times when they were getting a little frustrated that we weren't pressing and being aggressive. But I think it's really important that we continue to understand that we are different in terms of our physical capabilities, and we have to play certain ways to make sure we keep the space close. If we press everything, we become expanded, and those 15-yard spaces become 25 yards. So I think we did a really good job. It wasn't ideal, it wasn't perfect. We'll look again at the video and we'll improve again, but I think it was a good step in the right direction.
Michael Morales Torres, nuevamente Lucha Libre Online, Metro Puerto Rico y El Calce. Rodolfo, vimos que trabajaste fuertemente por lo que lograste hoy, venías del banco, aportabas muchísimo al equipo y a lo que estaban trabajando, y hoy tuviste la bendición o la oportunidad de salir como titular. ¿Qué se siente haber representado a Puerto Rico por todo lo alto esta vez como titular?
No, siempre un orgullo, siempre uno espera tener minutos en cualquier, sea 90, 20, 3 minutos. Uno siempre quiere jugar y dar lo mejor para llevar al país a donde se merece, que es jugar con los más grandes, que son Estados Unidos, México, Canadá, y ese es el objetivo. Siempre queriendo hacer mi trabajo, y igualmente defender este país.
Muchas gracias, Coach Pro. One last one from me. You had the opportunity to present to Puerto Rico and the world the Antonetti brothers, Leandro and Nacho, 2 games straight. A 16-year-old, almost 17-year-old kid that's making a mark in Puerto Rico, and the star boy or the franchise as Leandro Antonetti. How does it feel to have the opportunity to as well reinforce family values inside the Puerto Rican selection, and having the opportunity to have 2 brothers doing what they love together and performing in front of Puerto Rico?
Yeah, it's great. It's great, and I think first and foremost is they're great boys. First and foremost, right? They're fantastic young men, very mature for their age. They've obviously had a really good upbringing, good values, good morals, as all of our players do, and that's been the nicest thing to come with a team that have those morals and they have those standards in place. I can't even think of a moment where I've had a problem with any of these boys in terms of that side. And those guys I think they just showcase what our team is, and it's great to have them out there together. I think it's great for the country to see that, to have some brothers out there. And there's a bright future for them, but it's really important to understand they still are young boys, right? Young men, I should say. And we have to be patient with them because they're not the finished article, right? And they've got to continue to improve just as all of our players have. So yeah, it's really nice to see them out there together. But they're out there. I don't put them out there because they're brothers. I put them out there because they're good players, right? And my decision's got nothing to do with the facts. Go join your brother on the field, right? We put Nacho on because we believed he could do a job, and he did fantastic. For those mini minutes that he played, and he helped us get across the line.
Coach Trout, Leonardo from Juega Leonardo. Could you talk a little bit about the goal? It was a set piece from Wilfredo, the assist, and then Leandro, the goal. Did you practice that set piece, and also how
Slam
did
dunk.
you feel? Oh, okay.
It's a slam dunk. We work on it all the time.
Nice.
No, like I say, the moment it was about getting across the line, right? Getting Summit in that back of the net, because in the first half it seemed like it was a magnetic, just wouldn't go, right? Hit the post, keeper was phenomenal. So it was about getting in, and it's actually a great goal. He climbs up, and there's a lot of similar traits to Erling Haaland, right? In terms of his size and his ability in the air. So yeah, we work on the slam dunk all the time, don't we, Julia? Yeah. It's either you or Antonetti, right? We keep Gerald, he's not a slam dunker, right? So yeah, we make sure those guys no, nothing planned, nothing to do with me, that was all the players. Fantastic work.
Thank you.
Sí, se puede. Sorry, Coach, I missed half a year.
Keep them coming, let's go.
Wilfredo Rivera, having the opportunity to have a player that motivates the whole team from pitch to pitch, from minute 0 to the 90th. He was supporting from the bench, from the crowd, from the pitch, from everything, from everywhere. It was all over the place. What does Wilfredo Rivera means for this Puerto Rican selection or national team?
Look, I think you have to have a strong team, but to advance to that next level, you've got to have some individuals that are special, right? And we feel Willie is a match winner. He's got the ability to, he's a smaller frame. He's your kind of Maradona build, right? The ability to stop on a dime and change direction is really hard for opponents to deal with. And he can create a little bit of space for himself to do that. And he drew fouls for us in really important moments where we needed to take the sting out of the game. And I think this past year for him in general has been he's come on leaps and bounds. I can see that progression in him. We challenged him to have more impact in the games, and I feel this past year he's really done that. You've seen some of the goal contributions that he's had. And we know Willie's strengths, and we continue to push him. He knows he's got to get better, and he's a great kid. He wants to learn, and all of them. That's a beautiful thing. They want to come, they want to learn, they want to get better. And if we can continue to do that, then we just keep pushing ourselves forwards, and that's he's really happy with him. Really happy with him.
Bueno, muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí. Gracias al coach Charlie, gracias a Rodolfo. Damos por concluido esta conferencia de prensa.
Gracias. Buenas noches.